That's right. Best of 5 between GAIA and VIILIPYTTY. We've got GAIA with first pick. Those pre-bans have already gone out. Chiwu and Okeanos getting pre-banned.
Yeah, so it looks like neither of them want to play against, Chiwus and the Okeanos here. GAIA recognizes that this is a beast rider battle, and then mixed with supplementing that actually goes to take the Savannah first. Very interesting here. And VIILIPYTTY reaches right for that Barber, which is interesting because Barber's not the best into Savannah at all. That's actually why GAIA prioritized that Savannah first. Savannah can complement a lot of different things. And so Barber, I'm not sure about this pick into GAIA here. GAIA can just go straight up win units, and that's exactly what he does. The Leo hard counters the Tableau, and Ethna, Savannah, Leo all counter the Barber. So I think VIILIPYTTY is a little too early with his picks there. He's almost forced to ban out the Leo the way he's drafting right now, and I think that's what he's going to do. Shan is very dependent on speed to do damage, and so he's kind of forced to ban out that Leo. Does take the Jemire, so we're seeing kind of an old Barian-like comp out here with the Tableau Jemire.
Yep, definitely an old Barian comp with Tableau Jemire. But GAIA is looking at bringing out an Akroma and a Molly. A lot of sustain with that Molly, as we know, and a unit that cannot be CC'd or affected with this Akroma.
And I don't like GAIA's last 2 picks here because he's content to basically just sit there and take punishment. And that's exactly what Jemire Tableau do very well here. GAIA should have taken a Vert at some point here, I think, or at least some other thing that's not an Akroma. VIILIPYTTY needs to supplement this with damage. Goes with the Sierra. I'm not sure about that. Usually you want this unit to be something that lies between the Tableau Jemire combination so the 2 can vent and blow a lot of cooldowns and skills, something like a Daphnis or something like that. Instead, we see a Sierra, but if the Sierra is slotted in front of the Jemire, it will be able to drop down a lot of bombs. Now, if GAIA is fully willed up here, it may be tough for VIILIPYTTY to get through because he doesn't have a stripper at the moment. So VIILIPYTTY may be in a little bit of trouble here. It depends on the willed up units of GAIA.
Well, definitely so. We've got a speed lead coming out for VIILIPYTTY. I do believe that was an HP lead for GAIA. Here we go, guys. Best of 5 with GAIA and VIILIPYTTY. We've got Jemire taking first turn here.
Yeah, we see Jemire taking first turn because his team is going to be tuned very tightly with the Tableau going last and the Jemire to then refresh everything again. You see that the Sierra does not move in front of the Tableau. That's going to be a lot of damage that VIILIPYTTY is not going to be able to do due to the tuning of his team here. Just the nature of it, how he sets up, it would have been a lot better if that Sierra was a Daphnis instead. But doing this allows him to take multiple cycles. You're going to see that Shan go in again on that Savannah. He's already laid in 1 hit. Doesn't quit there, very unfortunate. But now the Sierra's going to be able to lay a bomb, and then Tableau's going to be able to refresh again.
Well, bomb does land on top of that Molly. You can see the damage coming out that Savannah. Tableau once again getting that 3rd skill up, getting the attack bar reduction. You can see the damage is being really focused on that Savannah, looking to get rid of this unit ASAP here. Ciara is going to be knocking Savannah right off the beast, gets the additional turn as well. Looking for a double bomb on top of Molly. It does land. More damage coming out. Tableau with the additional turn as well. Big 2nd skill might be coming out.
Yeah, that's a huge proc by Sierra to drop an additional bomb, and also a huge proc by the Tableau because now the Tableau can drop skill 2 when it does get a turn and potentially stun up GAIA's entire team, minus that Akroma. So very, very lucky procs by VIILIPYTTY, but that's a lot of damage that he's going to be taking right now.
Ooh, Akroma looking to get that silence on top of Shan, or maybe even finishing him off because he has that defense break. Not enough. The Shan still stays alive. We've got Jemire getting some additional turns, a little bit of poke damage coming towards that Ethna. First skill might be coming towards this Ethna as well, looking to land that dot and does so. Goes for the capture, looking for the stun on Ciara. Gets the additional turn as well. Going to be eliminating 2 units here. Ciara and Shan is going to be dropping from the field.
That's a massive proc there. Allows GAIA to take out 2 units off the bat. There's no way VIILIPYTTY's coming back because Tableau and Jemire together don't do very much. They need something else to supplement.
Yep, that is correct. Well done from GAIA. Way to turn this one around. You're getting the additional turns again with this Ethna, trying to finish it off there. GAIA taking round 1 away from VIILIPYTTY. Well, we're going into round 2 with GAIA and VIILIPYTTY. Pre-bans from last time. The Chiwu and the Okeanos were pre-banned. New pre-bans should be coming out right now.
Yeah, so both of them are probably thinking where they want to slot the Beast Riders in the draft, as well as how they're going to pre-ban around it. So VIILIPYTTY, recognizing he has pick 1, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Savannah first pick from VIILIPYTTY if he's going to pre-ban Barber like that. And of course, GAIA doesn't have a Shan, so I think it's always a fair it's always fair to pre-ban a unit you don't have. He does reach for that Savannah first. Interesting to see that they both perceive that this is the strongest unit between the two of them. And I think if I was GAIA, I'd be playing standard, and that's exactly what he does with the Sierra Chiwu here.
Yep, Sierra Chiwu for GAIA. Okeanos being drafted by VIILIPYTTY. Definitely taking that Oki here. Possible Ganymede as well.
Either Ganymede or Vanessa here. I think VIILIPYTTY needs to decide if he wants a speed leads now or if he wants a better speed lead later. Could also be a Tableau here because Tableau will allow the Savannah to do a lot more damage with skill 2 and just kind of take extra turns. He also sets himself up very well for a Tableau Jemire, and then if he had a Chung Peng, he would be able to do a lot of damage with that type of setup. Unfortunately, does not have a Chung Peng as we've seen in the earlier matchups, but that would be how he could potentially round out a Tableau Jemire draft. Instead, now we see GAIA dropping the Hathor, and he's going to continue to build around this Chiwu, and then potentially look to see what he can do on turn 2 with that Fran.
GAIA drafting that Hathor and the Fran. VIILIPYTTY looking to wrap up his draft in response to seeing a Hathor and Fran. Bringing out a Sekhmet. This is going to be the first Sekhmet today, and a Juno as well by VIILIPYTTY.
I really like that Juno pick. I'm not sure about that Sekhmet unless we know how fast it is. Right now, VIILIPYTTY is telling us that he's taking out this Chiwu from the draft because Chiwu basically sets everything up. Once Chiwu is gone, your Sekhmet can go in and reset that Hathor. We see a Leo, which is a great pick by GAIA. It tells us that Tableau's staying in the draft and also forces VIILIPYTTY to take out that Leo unless he wants to have both Savannah and Tableau do a lot less this game.
Well, Tableau's going to be banned out here, and so is the Chiwu. Speed leads just for GAIA.
And so this Juno, if it's very well runed, is going to do a lot in this game here. And if VIILIPYTTY can get a reset on Hathor, he's going to be in a decent spot.
Yep. Well, GAIA is going to be taking first turn, getting into this round 2 with GAIA versus VIILIPYTTY. There's, of course, that Leo taking that first turn.
Leo always taking that first turn, as I learned last year. We see that Hathor not afraid to use its skills because Fran not afraid to use its skills because Hathor is going to move in front, but of course probably should not use skill 3 here. We're going to have an attack buff bomb coming from that Sierra onto this Juno.
Unless, of course, it gets strip reset here, and the attack buff does get stripped off of the CR, but not reset, though.
Not reset, but pretty big to miss that, to get that attack buff off. So now it's not going to be a lot of damage. This Juno is going to be free to strip the entire team of GAIA here, and then Okeanos is going to be able to do what it does.
Ooh, violent Sekhmet able to get that strip reset on top of the Hathor. Going with a nice Curse of the Beautifuls, landing those defense breaks on top of both Hathor and Ciara.
And using that skill 1 here does not need to strip the team. Recognizes that Sierra is quite squishy and decides to add in a lot of damage on him.
Yep, Juno getting the full team strip now. Ciara looking a little low. Leo looking to pummel in a little bit of damage on this Savannah, hoping to deal some good damage so that when this bomb does go off, they'll be dealing a lot of damage there.
Yeah, but Okeanos does have skills, and so VIILIPYTTY is in a decent spot here. That attack break, wind landing on fire, is absolutely massive because that's a lot less damage that guy is going to take, and he's going to be able to have a chance to come back.
Yep, Okeanos is looking for a full team stun there, not receiving it. The Leo did resist. Seeing another third skill coming out of the Sekhmet and does not land on top of that Ciara.
Does not land. That's massive if the Sierra does proc here. Resists do seem to be a common theme today. It's happened a lot that Sierra does not proc, so now GAIA is down to 3 units left. VIILIPYTTY does look strong here because Juno is so good when there's a Leo on the field.
Yep, that is right. You can see Hathor with that additional turn, looking for a little bit of damage on top of the Okeanos. Here's that third skill once again, landing this time on top of the Fran. Juno looking to cycle a little bit of attack bar, possibly getting a Despair Stun on top of that Fran, not receiving Okeanos with the violent proc, finishing off the Fran there. There you have it. VIILIPYTTY responds in round 2. And we've got a 1-1 right now with GAIA and VIILIPYTTY. You can see the pre-bans from last time, the Barbara and the Shan getting pre-banned. New pre-bans coming out. Chiwu, Okeanos to get a pre-banned, just like that first match.
Yeah, and actually this first, we're going to see GAIA take that Savannah first. I wouldn't be surprised to see kind of the same picks back and forth. And I think as long as VIILIPYTTY can take something other than that Sierra as that 5th pick, he'll be in a pretty decent spot here if he continues at that Tableau Jemire. Instead, decides he wants to change up the pace, go more standard, which I think is probably a little bit better, does not narrow his draft down, goes with the Sierra, and I would like to see some form of maybe either a Gani or a Fran is okay, or a Hathor or something like that.
Well, looks like VIILIPYTTY is going to be bringing that Ethna along with that Ciara. GAIA looking to respond after seeing a Ciara Ethna. Pairing up with that Savannah is going to be bringing a Vanessa to the field.
Yeah, so Ethna being able to use skill 3 to strip a unit, do a lot of damage over time or per hit, and then using skill 2 to apply AoE defense breaks. Very strong unit, but does require some ability to set up afterwards. Ethna does not do everything on its own initially anyways. So VIILIPYTTY, it's going to be interesting to see how VIILIPYTTY deals with this. I wouldn't mind to see a Leo at this point because Leo is so good with everything on VIILIPYTTY's team and quite good into what's on GAIA's team. So Ganny's a great pick here, but I would like to see a Leo coming out from VIILIPYTTY, and a Molly Leo would be absolutely amazing, but he's already penciling in the Ganny. So.
Yep, there you go. Ganny Leo is coming out for the VIILIPYTTY full win team right now. GAIA is going to be responding with a Lauren and a Vertiheel.
Interesting pick of the Lauren Vert here. It almost tells me that the Leo is going to be through here, but you can't always bank on that. But Vert is quite good into basically the entire win team of VIILIPYTTY. So Vert's a very solid pick here. I wouldn't be surprised to see either the Vanessa, Lauren, or Vert, any of them are candidates here. VIILIPYTTY needs some way to deal with this aggression coming out from GAIA. So he goes with the Beta, which is an interesting pick here. And I think would make that Beta a target to die. So not sure about that Beta pick from VIILIPYTTY.
Well, the Leo's getting banned out here on VIILIPYTTY's side of the field. Vertiheel's getting banned out on GAIA's side of the field. Speed leads for both teams. GAIA's got that 33 speed lead. Is that going to be enough to be taking first turn in front of VIILIPYTTY? We're going to find out, guys, getting into round 3 with GAIA and VIILIPYTTY. And that Beta is going to be enough there. Able to get first turn. Might be seeing a third skill coming out here. Going out with a Serenity, getting that 2-turn immunity anti-crit.
Yeah, and Beta with that 110 base speed should usually go in front of Barbara's. Interesting to note that the Sierra lead is smaller than the Vanessa, yet the Beta was able to go in front. But again, that Ethna is taking a lot of damage. Super squishy unit. We might see it die off the bat.
We saw how much damage this Savannah has done before, and this Savannah pummels a lot of damage here, especially with that defense break sitting on top of Ethna. Doesn't drop it, but the Vanessa is going to be doing the job there.
Vanessa does do the job, but keep in mind, Beta does have the ability to revive. Ganny does have the ability to reset units, so wouldn't be surprised to see VIILIPYTTY find his way, claw his way back here. He's going to save skill 2 ventilate here for Beta to revive a unit and then have more immunities come onto his team.
That is correct. Ciara's looking to get a bomb here on top of this Lauren. It does land. He doesn't choose to detonate it. Looking to cycle a lot of attack bar. Here comes Beta landing that revive.
Very smart choice not to detonate that bomb because he did get 1 proc. In the event he would get a proc, he now can drop 2 bombs. So very good heads-up play by VIILIPYTTY. VIILIPYTTY's going to be able to drop 2 bombs here, control the field here, and he's looking like he's in a very good spot to take this one.
Most definitely. And both the stuns land from the bombs. But the Lord is going to be getting initial turn here.
And that's a massive proc by that Lauren because it puts the fence break on the Ethna and basically puts it down again. But this Ganny does have ventilate for that Beta. VIILIPYTTY wisely saved the skill, so Beta now has the ability to bring that Ethna back to life again.
Ooh, Seal of Magic was hoping to land that defense break on top of Ganymede. Not getting it there, though.
Yeah, that's a very, very big miss of that defense break onto the Ganny because otherwise this Ganny is a sitting duck. Unfortunately for GAIA, not able to land that. VIILIPYTTY looking like he's in a little bit of trouble. Needs to take out this Vanessa unless he wants to deal with multiple Beast Riders coming back to life.
Well, Ganymede's looking to get that glancing on top of the Lauren. I'm going to stop that thing from getting defense breaks. Does land it. Vanessa looking to focus out Ciara. Bomb is going to be coming out here.
Yeah, now if I'm VIILIPYTTY, I'm thinking about some way Ganny has skill 3 next, so he's going to be reset, throwing skill 3 onto that Vanessa next, and then lighting units up. Unfortunately, misses that bomb onto that Lauren, which is pretty massive there, but we're going to see that Ganny throw skill 3 onto Vanessa, and then VIILIPYTTY's going to try to pick off a Beast Rider.
Yep, see Beta going for a second revive, bringing back this Ethna once again. The Lauren can still land these defense break. A little bit of attack bar pushback as well. Defense break does land on top of the Ciara. Savannah taking out the Ethna, getting the additional turn, not dropping that Ciara here.
Absolutely massive proc on that Savannah, though, doing a ton of damage onto that Ciara, and that leaves VIILIPYTTY's margin for error to be much thinner. I think he's going to auto-attack that Barber here and let that Lauren die to a dot, and it's going to be 2 units of 3.
That's right, because the bomb's coming out on top of that Ethna. It does land. He can detonate it to stun up the Ethna here and possibly kill that Lauren, or most definitely kill that Lauren here. Drops the Lauren. Stun remains on top of this Savannah.
Yeah, but that Savannah does not do a ton in that form, and Ganymede is such a strong combo. It's a lot of healing. Has a revive up if he needs it. I don't see a way that guy is going to be able to take this back.
Choosing to boost up that Ciara there. Savannah looking to deal some damage to that Ciara. If Vile proc, that would have dropped the Ciara there. Would have been big for GAIA, but GAIA did not get it. VIILIPYTTY misses the bomb on top of the Vanessa once again, though.
Big miss, but it doesn't matter. There's no way Vanessa can come back and beat Ganny and Beta together. So VIILIPYTTY has drafted and played this one very well here, and we're going to be up to a game.
Most definitely. You can see that third scale coming out, getting the reset on top of Vanessa and the additional turn as well. Ventilate goes back on a Beta. Beta has that revive once again. And there you have it. VIILIPYTTY getting round 3 away from GAIA.
And that's exactly what we saw in game 2, the Barbara and the Ganny ban. VIILIPYTTY likely going to take that Savannah first.
All right, let's see if he does take that Savannah first. More than likely, he is going to be taking that Savannah here. And VIILIPYTTY, first pick,
yeah, he's probably thinking
is going to be that Savannah.
Probably thought for a second about the Sierra there, because Sierra is also a very contested unit. And we know GAIA's, but what's interesting to note, I don't know if VIILIPYTTY's picked this up, but GAIA's Sierra is quite squishy. So that is something that can be exploited if you're able to get a defense break and pop it off the bat. So that is kind of a weaker unit on GAIA's side of the field than it is on, say, VIILIPYTTY's side of the field. So that could also go into the deciding factor of why you take Savannah and let over Sierra and let your opponent have that Sierra.
Yeah, VIILIPYTTY bringing back this Shan. He's used this in so many matches before. He's going to be bringing it back here with alongside of Okeanos.
Yeah, interesting that also VIILIPYTTY has not opted to take a speed lead here. Instead opts to take all of his aggression in the middle. GAIA kind of has a weird team. Nothing synergizes with this Chiwu here. So he's basically, if that Chiwu gets banned, GAIA is looking to basically kind of take it there and try to survive this initial wave. So that's exactly what VIILIPYTTY sees he wants to take advantage of and go with aggression, go with the Bastet Ethna. I'm not a fan of this Wind Monkey or this Fire Monkey pick. I would have liked to see a Leo or something that sits back a little bit more and disrupts the turn orders of VIILIPYTTY's team. But either way, VIILIPYTTY has decided that if Chiwu goes off, there is not a follow-up coming out from GAIA. So there's going to be a lot of aggression from VIILIPYTTY's side. I do like his odds in this as long as his skills land. There's going to be defense breaks, there's attack bar resets, all kinds of things coming out.
Well, bans are out. Bastet Ciara is going to be down here. Crit rate lead for VIILIPYTTY. Speed lead for GAIA. GAIA should be taking this first turn here, bringing, for the first time we've seen today, a Fire Monkey King.
Yeah, and you see the attack bars of GAIA is actually decently high here. I thought it'd be a lot lower, but does not get those strips. 2 critical strips missed here. So VIILIPYTTY is going to be able to do a lot with this opening.
Yep, most definitely. It lands that silence on top of the Ethna as well, pummeling a little bit of damage in there. Ethna did not handle that damage very well at all. Fire Monkey looking to get that defense break on the Ethna, does land it. We have Okeanos looking to do all he can with a possible lockdown, going for the reset on top of the Molly instead.
Yeah, and we're looking for a reset and not a skill 3 because he knows he's able to give his team speed buff and at the same time wants to make sure that there is a defense break on GAIA's side when he uses his Savannah skill 3 so that Oki does a lot more damage. He saved his skills for that moment. Unfortunately, though, doesn't get any defense breaks.
Not a single defense break coming from Savannah. Really needed something to take advantage of and didn't get anything here. We do have some skills upcoming finally with this Ethna, but the Revengers are coming out and dropping that Ethna there.
Wow, so did not land defense breaks at all. So that Okeanos would have done a ton of damage. The Shan is going to be able to take out the Akroma here, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to take out this Fire Monkey with the support of a Molly. That's a lot of damage, a lot of sustain that Fire Monkey has.
Well, Billy notices that Molly needs to go. That's going to be the unit of focus right now. You can see he's really trying to poke a lot of damage down there. But the violent procs are coming through for Molly. A lot of sustain coming through with that passive.
Lots of sustain with that passive. That proc was absolutely massive. VIILIPYTTY's going to need a couple procs himself and get his cooldowns online if he wants a chance to come back here.
Yeah, well, guy's going to need more violent procs himself, a little bit more defense breaks as well. And that defense break sitting currently on top of that Shan. The Shan primed and ready to get dropped by GAIA. You see the resets coming out onto that Molly, and you're going to see GAIA trying to take advantage of that defense break. Ooh, the Chiwu is not going to be enough here.
Not going to be enough, but instead he decides to go for the Molly, which is an interesting play. Needs a proc on that Savannah, does not get it. So unfortunately, because he does not get it, it's not able to reset attack bars, and he's not going to be able to take out a red monkey with this.
Yeah, most definitely he is not. Chiwu looking for some sleep and just not landing on top of that Savannah. Gigantic Aurora coming out this time. Can he get a defense break on anybody? Does receive a defense break, but it's going to get cleansed up with that second skill from Molly. Molly looking for strip on the speed buff, not getting it here. Chiwu finally landing that 2-turn sleep on Savannah.
Yeah, lands that. VIILIPYTTY needs to find the quick button because this one's over. He knows that this is going into a game 5 here. Just wants to wait it out and poke around a bit, but this one's pretty much done.
Looking for the reset on top of the Fire Monkey King. Receives it. No additional turns coming out of that Savannah. Okeanos looking to deal a little bit of damage to that Chiwu. Chiwu looking for some attack bar pushback. A little bit of damage as well. And the Fire Monkey King landing that defense break.
At this point, it doesn't really matter, though. A guy could hit the auto button or give this game to us, a Copper Star player, and win this match. It doesn't matter. He's so far ahead. There's no way Amali loses this one.
Yeah, most definitely. No way Molly's going to be losing that one. And there you have it. GAIA taking round 4. We're going into a game 5. There we go. Savannah Okeanos getting pre-banned in this game 5 between VIILIPYTTY and GAIA. First pick is going to be on GAIA's side of the field. Can't take that Savannah right now.
No, so he's likely going to take that Sierra first because Sierra's a strong unit to have. Again, GAIA Sierra is on the squishy side, so VIILIPYTTY recognizes that. He's likely going to push with his cleaves with some sort of a mix of maybe a Chiwu, Bastet later, Shan, Changpongs, things like that we could see from VIILIPYTTY. So I'm not sure about a Barber so early. Ethna makes sense given how he's drafted, but Barber's not the strongest unit into Sierra. Don't hate it, but it's a little early for this Barber to come out.
GAIA playing a little bit more safe here, bringing out a Fran and a Wind Monkey King this time.
Yeah, so GAIA deciding he wants to play turn 2. If I'm VIILIPYTTY, I'm looking to take this game down now. If he has a Gemini in the back pocket, that would do so much work here. I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of a Gemini tablet does not do too poorly here either. Segment is interesting. Segment allows him to reset that Fran, assuming the segment moves in front, or he can choose to reset that Sierra. But he doesn't really have a solid AoE strip on his team. Surprised I haven't seen that Chiwu come out yet, but that's something that would round out his draft very well as a 5th pick.
Let's see what VIILIPYTTY's going to be wrapping up his draft after we see what GAIA is going to be wrapping up his draft here. GAIA has 2 more units. We see a Vanessa and a Daphnis coming out of GAIA. Very aggressive drafting by GAIA.
Oh, I do not like to see Vanessa and Sierra together. The two do not do anything together. They're basically bruisers that just sit there. So I absolutely hate those 2 picks together. And when you take that Rika last, you are signaling that you are going to go and ban that Fran. I'm not sure about the Rika either. I would have liked to see a Chiwu. Doesn't matter because it's banned anyways. If that Daphnis is on Swift, we may see VIILIPYTTY lose a unit, but I think those 3 units are going to be able to control any 4 of GAIA's. So could be back and forth, but I like VIILIPYTTY's spot.
All right, well, here we go. Speed lead for GAIA. GAIA should be taking first turn here, but no, this is a very fast Barber. We don't need a speed lead for this Barber to go first.
We definitely do not. This is the same Barber that outsped J-Mac earlier and took him by surprise. So no surprise that he's moving in front. I like his odds right now. He can definitely defense break. He can also strip that Wind Monkey, and he's in a good spot to down a unit and take the lead and take the game here.
Ooh, Ethna with that big second skill, but the revenge is coming from that Ciara and that Wind Monkey King as well. Bombs landing on top of that Ethna. He's going to deaden up. He really needs this to stun, and it does.
Yeah, that's a very massive revenge from that Ciara. 15% could actually win him the game there, because if that Ethna was not stunned up, that would be the end of quite a few units.
Oh, we've got Hellfire primed and ready. It goes right for the Shan. Daphnis is going to be enough to finish off the Shan there. Looking so good for GAIA. Looking for the defense break on top of Barbara. Lands it as well. Vanessa looking to finish off the Ethna. Gets the additional turn. Finishes off that Ethna. This is going to be it here. Bennett trying to stun up this Barbara. Not getting it just yet, but gets the additional turn. Stunning it up with a defense break as well. Ciara pummeling in the damage. And the Daphnis is going to be finishing it up there. GAIA with the commanding 5th round victory here.
Yeah, VIILIPYTTY claps at the camera, recognizes it's over, can't believe it, but well played by GAIA there. Well revenged by Sierra, I should say.
Really was. Awesome match, awesome draft by GAIA. Those big time revenges as well. And there you have it. GAIA is going to be moving forward to our final